Wow, you can tell I haven't done this in a while. Sat there and said hi to everybody and then noticed that I was muted. Can you hear me okay? What's going on? How are you guys? Hey, Ron. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Herman. Hey, Jake. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Misty Cat. Ron, thank you so much for celebrating your 5-month sub. Is that okay? As long as you knew what I was saying, Herman. Hey, Flaming Stars, how are you? What's going on? Let me move this over here so I can see. You're funny, Andy. You're hilarious. You're hilarious. Hey, Andy, how you doing? How you guys doing? Don't mind me. I just got out of the shower. I look like a freaking drowned rat. I would never yell. Oh, thank you for the ice cream, Patrick. Thank you for the 3 ice creams. You guys are amazing. You really are. Aw, thank you, Andy. It's good to be back. I'm excited. I'm excited. A lot of shit's been going on, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay, Sarah, no problem. Aw, well, I hope she has sweet dreams. Thank you. Why is that not working? What is going on here? See, it's been so long. Thank you, Nicole, for the diamond. Oh, I've missed you guys. I missed you guys so much as well. I really have. I've been going through. You are amazing as hell, Herman. You are. You're amazing, amazing, amazing. All you guys are. I've been going through a lot the last month, so I've missed you guys so much. You guys don't even know. Oh my God. Thank you for the diamond, Herman. Thank you. Oh, never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. I don't even know what if my Streamlabs is going to come up. Obviously, my Tidal Labs is working. I have no clue. I haven't even really looked at like my streaming setup, especially for Shadow's Corner. I have no clue. Long as it's working, you guys are all here. Hopefully, nobody's in the other live, because I can't figure that shit out. But what's going on? I hope you all have been well. I mean, I know most of you have been. I, check on you from time to time. Might not say anything, but I check. Hey, Tamara, how you doing? I spy with my little eye. I'm never here mentally, so that's all good. Hey, Scott. I know. I was starting to worry, Scott. If Sarah didn't tell me where you were, oh my God, I would have freaked out. Eddie should be coming along pretty soon. He's still at work, of course. Oh, he's on. He just sent me a message. On my way, baby. Okie dokie, baby. Speak of the devil, and he appears. No, but yeah. So, welcome to Shadow's Corner. As you guys well know, as well, some of you guys well know, Eddie has told you that I am venturing away from my paranormal side, and I guess coming into my own. You guys, I mean, what better way to say it? I'm coming into my own, and I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. I know we can all hope that, Ron, but obviously not because he's here. But yeah, I'm coming into my own. It's something, and it's so funny because we look at things in hindsight and be like, "Wow, I hear the devil coming in now." Hi, baby. How are you?
Wore out trying to run across that goddamn ice.
I'm sure. But we look at hindsight and we can see like a pattern in our lives, so to speak. Well, at least I can. That how it went before and it was the same way as it went now, and I'll explain that. Exactly, Ron. Speaking of the devil, I told you. But yeah. So I've been going through a lot of fuckity fuck. That's what I've been going through. It's been crazy, but obviously, watching your guys' videos on YouTube, talking to some of you guys, it is the voice of the demon angel in the background. Yes. And just combing through feelings, combing through, is this right? Questioning everything. It all stems back to, and like I said, this channel is going to be more about spiritual awakening, learning the tarot. We got a lot of stuff. I mean, manifesting shit in your life, all that stuff. And it stems back to when I was younger. We'll kind of chat about this, right? When I was younger, most of you know my journey. At 14, I got a book by Amber Kay about magic and witchcraft. And I was like, exactly, Andy. One question you got to ask. Exactly. And it started me on that path, right? So 16, I began practicing witchcraft, right? And that's about the same time as I got into the paranormal. But even back then, I look back in hindsight, and I looked at things differently. Because we always had people saying, witchcraft is evil, blah, 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 blah. What is it? Worshipping a false god. But it wasn't a false god. It was different aspects of God. Then I, grew up, had kids, got more involved in the paranormal. And then...
You on YouTube?
What, baby?
I can't find you on YouTube.
Shadow's Corner.
There it is.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I couldn't pull. I wasn't running late, but I was like nothing was working for me.
Sorry, I got it. I'll be there in just a second.
Okay. So anyway, like I said, I got more into the paranormal, and then paranormal drama happened back then, and I got out of it. And after I got out of it is when I had my astral travel.
My camera?
Oh, yeah, that'd probably help, right? There he is.
Hello, everybody.
I had my astral travel, and then I had my near-death experience. Yeah, thank you, Nicole. That is so sweet of you to say. So then I completely dropped it all. And just went on living my life, doing the daily basic, housewife stuff, raising the kids and everything like that. And it's funny, it happened the same way a couple years ago. Okay, no problem, Nicole. I went through, my witchy self came out again. Then I got back into the paranormal, started doing the paranormal, right? Some things happened where I didn't want to be in the paranormal anymore. And now I'm awakening again.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, my American brother.
Hey, my Canadian brother. So it all happened it's just very weird. So I've been questioning a lot and doing I guess my main worry was that everybody, I'm not doing the paranormal anymore, which I'm going to talk. I mean, paranormal has been a big part of my life. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to reference it. I'm going to, same with cryptozoology, same with aliens and all that. That's a whole nother story. And just, be who I am. I'm happy in the moment. And that's what it's all about, is being happy in the moment. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some law of attraction. We're going to talk about manifesting stuff. We're going to talk about, I'm going to teach some tarot.
You're still going to be talking about Law 1?
Yeah, we'll talk about Law 1. We'll bring that up and put it in there somewhere. I'll show you guys. This is what the whole thing is. And hopefully it don't show pink on your guys's, because it does on mine, because my computer, I can't find the right freaking cords to my computer. Can't find the right freaking cords to Eddie's computer. But I'll show you what I've been doing the past month.
Hey, Tamara.
This is my Trello board. This is where I make what I'm going to do videos on. It's my schedule type of thing. Like today, I got spiritual awakening and basic activities. Next Monday we'll talk about, you don't have to be an extrovert to be confident. 3 ways to clear your mind after that when you're exhausted as heck. 5 signs you're sitting in the comfort zone and need to change ASAP. How to level up your mindset. Self-love boundaries. Tarot, we're going to flip-flop. We're going to go teaching tarot and then got spirit guide messages, readings.
Patrick's having problems.
Oh no, what's happening? What's happening?
It says Facebook won't let him join the group.
What's it saying, Patrick? Well, that's rude of it.
And he also asked, I think he means what is Law of 1, but he put Law 1.
Oh, okay. It says there was an error. I'll have to check. It's the link down below. Is that the link you're using? Here, let me go ahead and I'll put it in the chat. Give me 1 second, guys. It might have just copied wrong. Let's see if this works. That didn't go through, did it?
It didn't even come up on there.
I didn't. See if that worked.
No, it's there.
Okay. Can somebody click on that and make sure it's working?
I got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
Good thing, because I'm not even part of the group.
How dare you?
Well, rush me, goddammit.
Oh, thank you, Scott. So yeah, Tuesdays we'll flip-flop between, we'll have live spirit guide messages and then the teachings of tarot. I figured I'd keep it on the same day. Wednesdays, more witchy than anything. Principles of magic, types of witches, aspects, full moon names and their meanings. So that's more going to be on Wednesdays. Is going to be more of the witchy. Sorry, I can't see my own screen. Thursdays is going to be, right now we're going to have little sessions, I guess, intro into moon phases and manifestation, what you can manifest with the different types of moons, like the new moon, the waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, waning gibbous, full moon, all that sort of stuff. Well, so it's going to be definitely an all-around channel. Fridays is going to be the law of attraction, what you need to do there, because a lot of people not get it wrong, but how do I want to say, not get it wrong, but they don't go full force into it. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Probably not. Like, you have to have your core value. You have to know your core values. And that's a bitch to figure out sometimes.
I think you get a broke code in your link. Patrick says it still says error when he clicks join.
That's weird. I will figure that out, Patrick, and I will definitely... Are you signed into Facebook?
Well, I did the same thing, and it told me I had to sign up for Facebook.
I don't know. I'll have to figure it out, and I'll. You know what? I know what I can do. You know what I can do? I can invite you. See if that helps. If that helps. We'll try, right? We'll try. Invite.
Invite me too.
Invite you too?
Yeah, Pete.
Okay. Well, let me get Patrick. Make sure I get the right Patrick. Thank you so much. Addy guy. Okay. Hopefully that works. Okay. Patrick and Eddie have been invited. No, Misty, because it's a new channel. It's a new channel, so I'm rebuilding up. If that makes sense. Thank you so much. Who gave me the...
Nicole.
Oh, thank you so much, Nicole, for the ice cream. I appreciate it. So, yeah. That's what's been going on.
Not working.
It's not working? All right. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, and we'll get in touch with you. So just bear with me. So yeah, for the past month, I've been fighting myself, loving myself, fighting myself, loving myself, back and forth. Yeah, we'll figure it out, Patrick. I'm sorry you're having problems. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. You know, it's technology. It loves to mess with me.
Don't worry, Patrick. It's not just you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't let me join either.
Maybe it's a guy thing. Nicole's in there. I forgot who else is in there. It's a guy thing.
Ooh, you're lucky.
I didn't steal your chips. So yeah, I've been going through a lot, reading up on a lot of stuff, and all that good stuff. But today I wanted to talk about some myths and aspects of spiritual awakening. If somebody's going through it, you know, hopefully it'll help. Because I'm still going through it. I'll probably be going through it for the rest of my life. But this conversation is basically going to be about like going through the spiritual process, awakening process, why it happens, you know, the struggle is real going through it because you question everything. But like that brings me back to what I was saying about the paranormal. I believe, in my mind at least, and it makes sense to me, that I got brought back into my witchiness, then got brought back into the paranormal to question things again, to question things and get that ball rolling. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? It wanted me because I was sitting stagnant. I was sitting stagnant until I got back into the paranormal. Then I started questioning things again. Why do some see spirits? Why do others not see spirits? Why does, you know what I mean? So I believe it was just a lesson to go through, if that makes sense.
It was a phase.
Yeah. You know, and I think that's why it happened the way it did before, but I just wasn't ready for it. I wasn't mindset into it to awaken before, back in the younger years. So it had to wait until my time came out. So a lot of people struggle with the spiritual awakening process, mainly because you have a hard time understanding what the hell is happening to you. Yeah, exactly, Nicole. You know, we do learn lessons every day. And you have a hard time going through the process because it does. It makes you feel crazy sometimes. It's like, is this really happening? Why am I going through this? Why am I feeling this way? Why? And there's a lot of whys to it, you know? And if you just let it be and be happy in the moment, not your past, not your future, but in the moment, because you're creating your past and your future all at one time. And we'll get into it another time because that's a whole nother thing.
That's a rabbit hole.
That's a rabbit hole in itself, yes. So, myth 1 about spiritual awakening, because, you know, a lot of people still look at no, the debunk is still there. The debunking is still there, believe me. Right, Nicole. Yeah, we don't know the whys, and it can create struggle, but there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, because like me and Eddie, when we talk, especially about something like this, he'll flip-flop. Like in the morning time, he'll be like all for it, and then in the afternoon or in the nighttime or before he goes to bed, because, you know, it's nighttime for him, or morning time, I don't know, whatever. He'll be like, no, it can't be that way, blah, 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 and stuff like that. But see, if you really look at it, and we'll talk about this more as we go on, that's me. It's reflecting back to me because of the fact that I'm flip-flopping in my head. So I get angry at him. And that's why we get angry, is because whatever you get angry at is a reflection of what you're actually feeling. So you got to figure out, why am I getting mad at why that person's saying it this way? Do you know what? Does that make sense?
Yeah, because basically they're saying exactly what I'm saying, just using different words.
But I don't want to validate that I'm flip-flopping back. I want to truly believe that. And yet, in my mind, in my subconscious, I'm flip-flopping back and forth. So I'm getting mad at him.
For something she's doing.
For something I'm doing. Scott, you're not allowed to join the debunk squad.
Steve just said, nope.
Nope. So, and a lot of people look at awakening up, even though I still hate that word, I will still admit, all right, I hate that word because we're all here. We're all here.
Well, actually, if you think about it, we're not all here. Because if you live in the past, the present, and the future at the same time, you're not all here.
Right. That's true. But it got explained to me like this, and this is the first time that you're hearing this also. We're like, our soul is like a diamond, and different aspects are coming through the faucets. So we're in all places at all time. It's like me, I overfeel things and Andy doesn't. Right, exactly. But always remember, hey Jim, how you doing, hon?
Well, long time no see, Jim.
Remember, everybody is living their own best themselves that they can at that moment. You know what I mean? So, but anybody, like I said, most people, not most people, but some people look at spiritual awakening and all that as wishy-washy. So I'm going to say some myths and debunk some myths that goes along with it, okay? So myth number 1, after we wake up, we no longer have an ego or a separate and unique personality. That's not true. Awakening doesn't mean you're destroying your ego or other human identity. We got to be human to play the game in the Matrix. We got to be human. There's things that keep us here.
Gravity.
Yeah, gravity. There's things that keep us here. Because if we didn't have that human aspect, we're done with the game. Nobody wants to leave the game. Right? So instead of thinking about destroying your ego, it merges with our personal self and with our higher self to become a fully realized human. Myth number 2, once awakened, we cease to have human emotions. Especially, we no longer feel negative emotions like anger, fear, or pain. We just remain in overcome bliss, unchanging state. Oh, hell no. I still get mad. I still have my fears. I still have my doubts.
Shit, we still cry to damn TV programs.
Exactly. Our emotions serve a purpose. Negative emotions especially serve a warning sign that we're thinking, feeling, behaving, or reacting in a way that doesn't serve our higher good. I feel like I'm preaching, but I'm not preaching. I'm just... Myth number 3, when we're awakened, we no longer have any relationship problems or issues with other people. There is just peace and harmony all the time. No, that is definitely not true. It's not peaceful all the time. But people are in our lives to help us grow and evolve, and vice versa. We're here to help them grow and evolve. This is a dance of being human. Could be, Patrick. And that's the thing. Don't ever, I guess, because I've always felt this anyway.
Hey, Ron.
Don't be, it's not good to be judgy of other people. I mean, it's a human aspect. We do it. But we're judging ourselves. Don't judge somebody like they don't believe, like, oh no, Jim. Isn't that the way it goes, though? Like, some people, going back to the paranormal, right? Some people, I just lost my train of thought.
Choo-choo.
It went choo-choo, bye.
Well, see, what I've been told and taught is anytime that you look at somebody and you're putting them down, you are actually looking at your own flaws in them.
Right, exactly, definitely. But they're trying to be, like, if they have a different belief than you, then it's not, first of all, it's not up to you to judge them, but that's their world. Remember, I always said that people create their own worlds? This is what I'm talking about. So if I believe in fairies, and there's fairies, you know what I mean? Or dragons, per se, because I have,
What's he sorry for?
For what, Patrick? What's your fault? I don't know. Did I miss something?
Well, apparently I did too, then. That may be why some I don't know.
No, that's...
Maybe he thinks this part of the conversation that we're talking about stems from what he asked.
I don't know. I'm confused. Don't be sorry about anything.
Yeah, nothing's your fault.
Or if you know, like me and Eddie have dragons as protectors, you might not see stuff like that because you don't believe in it. Doesn't mean we can't.
For you losing your
okay. It scared me there. You know, but that's the thing. Right, exactly, Jim. That's because we believe in it. Doesn't mean anybody's bad because they don't believe in it. I would never, you know what I mean?
And it doesn't make us weird or eccentric or whatever you want to say, because we do believe in it.
Right. Then, Ron, I mean, my best advice to you is, you know, first of all, they're there for a reason. What are they? Really think about what's upsetting you with them. Okay?
Well, he insults him and lies to him all the time.
Well, right. Because I'm not in that aspect, I don't know what it could be in his life that it would.
Okay, if he thinks this guy insults him all the time, look deep into what the insult is. And does it really justify him saying it to you, or is he referring to himself?
Right, exactly. He might be lying to you, trying to lie to himself, too. Does that make sense? He wants to believe his own lies, but it's not working, so he has to say it. It's kind of like that whole thing of when you wake up in the morning and you're like, if you wake up grumpy, like things throughout the day will make you more upset and more upset. You know, he wants to. Oh, shit, Andy. Hey. I don't know what that is, but.
I know, Quality Street. I was thinking he went out and bought pot.
Exactly, Jim. And that's the way you have to be. You know, you have to be like, well, in my world, they're real. So, you know what? I'm happy in my moment. So, life is just moments. Life is just moments. Choose to be happy in that moment. If you don't want to fucking do laundry, don't fucking do laundry. Who's telling you you have to do laundry? Yourself. Well, yeah. No, I tell Eddie. But, you know, no. You know, we live by lies that we are told by ourselves and others that we believe. And you can't listen to that anymore. Sarah tells you.
See, Pilot Scott, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, Jim, exactly.
Actually, Missi,
chocolates, okay.
Yeah. She don't tell me, but she'll be like, I ain't got no clothes to wear. Okay.
Then there's something that's resonating with you, Ron. If you can't ignore it, there's something that's resonating. That there's I don't want to say there's a lesson there, but there's something if that keeps coming up. But it's true, though. You know what I mean? It's like, if you be happy in the freaking moment, love yourselves. Give yourself, the biggest thing that I've ever heard that really helped me is give yourself permission to be selfish. There's nothing. Who told you that society told you that selfishness was wrong? Being selfish was wrong. Be selfish. You're allowed. Fuck what they say. I'm speaking my truth, man. Why do we live by their rules when it destroys our lives?
Jim, that's probably because they feel protected.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they think they're protecting the dragon.
That could be. I could see cats doing that.
Well, at least our cats would.
Exactly, Andy. We are from birth. We are told how to live our lives. Right? Yeah, that happens, Nicole. Totally happens. Totally happens. But how many times do we ask ourselves, why did I put myself? Well, you put yourself into that mess. Exactly, Misty. Yeah. You are love. You're birthed from love.
Well, not everybody.
No, but from the source or God or whatever you wanted. The thought of you from God or source or whatever you want to call it was a thought of love. You were born out of a thought of love. So why don't we love ourselves? Stick up for ourselves. And believe me, you are talking to the biggest person. I would fight for anybody in a heartbeat. Fight, kick, battle for anybody's rights in a heartbeat. But I wouldn't do that for myself. Why? Because I didn't think I was worthy enough. But I am worthy enough. And you are worthy enough. He can't talk. He's stuck. Oh, are they bonbons? I love bonbons.
I'm broke.
Also, given the standards of acceptance of what's right, wrong, otherwise, our own self-awareness should be guided. Exactly. We do. So that's where I've been in the last month, is putting that shit behind me and being happy in the moment. All we have is this moment. Our memories are just that, memories. They're memories.
And you know what? You can't remember some memories?
Yeah. Because really, you choose not to believe those memories anymore.
It didn't resonate with you.
Right. Yeah.
So your mind is like a computer and you just deleted it.
Kind of like shadow work. You go back to a memory that you don't like, you change that memory. You change that memory. You change your life now, which in turn changes the future.
And it altered the past.
Yes. We gave ourselves that memory. We gave ourselves that memory to remember that pain, because so we don't get that pain again. But yet,
it's not that we don't get it again. We prepare ourselves for it.
Right. But where did that pain come from? That memory. Yep. If that memory's not there,
that pain's not there.
That pain is not there. Like I said, this is the new me. This is how I feel about things. And, I'm happy in the moments. It's so weird saying, you know what I mean? I've been happy before, don't get me wrong.
I know what you mean.
But it's like, I'm speaking my truth, and I know I'm speaking my truth, so therefore, it's like, yes. Right, and yeah, I do my own thing, live my life as I see fit, and do others as I ask and concern, which is basically leave me be, and if you want to help. Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of like me.
Yeah.
If I don't need your help, I won't ask for it.
But you need interaction. Like, Andy, I'm sure, you've like, whether you're talking to somebody or, somehow an inspiration comes through to make music or you hear a piece and you say, oh, wait. You know what I mean? It just, that interaction too with people, it's there. You put it there. You put that interaction there because you needed that for inspiration. Jim. So myth 5, right, is once awakened, we all become all powerful and create anything we desire instantly, just by imagining it without any effort or action part. In reality, yes, that can happen, but you got to believe it. You got to believe it.
Damn that microphone.
People are in our lives. Oops, sorry, my bad. Where did that go? Okay. So, yes, as an awakened human, we are fully partnered with our higher self. So we become co-creators, okay, in our worlds. However, the timing isn't up to us. It's gauging the appropriateness of our desires in view of our contracts and our lessons. And action is required, but it's not like things will roll. Things will roll. It's not going to, like, I can't manifest $1,000 right here, right now, right there. That ain't happening. It could. It could very well happen. But if I'm not desiring it, truly desiring it, or truly think I'm worthy of it, it's not going to happen. Not to mention money is just paper. What have I always told you? The universe will provide. The universe will provide.
Yeah, but I'm the work on person. You know, I don't believe. Well, I never used to believe that the universe will provide.
Right. You have to believe that you're worth it. Definitely, Patrick. You're talking to somebody. I'm a suicide survivor. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from your PTSD because I know that's a strong thing to go through, and it's tough. It's tough. Let me put it this way. I'm a suicide survivor because I suffered from anxiety and depression. What's different about today is I don't let depression and anxiety define who I am. Is it a part of me? Yes. But it don't define who I am. I can choose to be happy. I can choose to be sad. And when you're going through it, that's a son of a bitch. That is a son of a bitch when you're going through it. Or going through an episode. Believe me. Like I said, before I would block it out. I'm fine. Now I accept it. I accept it and love it because it's a part of me. I don't hold it back. I have my good days and I have my bad days. But I don't let it define me. If that makes sense.
You don't allow to control your feelings.
Right. Right, Jim. Yeah. Because you don't believe you deserve it, Andy. That Charlie's angel will come to you. She's in your life already. She's your Charlie's angel. But because you never thought you were worthy of that love. It's a son of a bitch, Nicole. I'm not going to lie. everybody, that thinks about spiritual awakening, think it's just love and light, and it's not. It's work. It's knowing yourself. Look into yourself, like truly look into yourself. Thank you for the diamond, Patrick.
It almost made me fucking choke on my cracker.
Huh?
It almost made me choke on my cracker.
Well, that's true, Andy. I know that. But really, truly find out about yourselves. Try, even the little things like going and seeing what your birth signs are, seeing different aspects, like what your moon sign is in and all that. Finding there's free ones online that you can go and find that. Oh, that's why I act like that. Or even finding out your what's it called? Oh, I can't think of what it's called. Oh, fuck my life.
Andy, the bonbon guy.
Hold on, I got a personality test. That's what. See, I started typing. Go online and search personality tests. See what category you're in. Even then, you're putting yourself in a category, but it makes you understand yourself a bit more. Oh, I'm like this because of this. Got it. See, with me, and I'm sure most of you, because I know most of you out there are empaths, and I was explaining this to Eddie the other day, that when I'm watching, it goes full stem for me. When I'm watching movies or I'm watching documentaries, you'll notice, like if I was talking about paranormal or cryptids or alien and that, I would flip-flop. You know what I mean? I almost felt like I was contradicting myself sometimes. But it's because when a person is speaking to me about their beliefs, I understand their belief. I see through their eyes of what they believe. So I have to sit there and be very careful on, am I believing this? Because this person, even though I'm watching TV, really truly believes in it and I'm feeling that, or is this my real thoughts? So then that's why it's taken me so long to come back, because I really had to piece together, is this what I really believe in or whatnot? Or is it just because I'm watching this on YouTube or watching this and that? Do you know what I'm saying? So I have to be very careful. But see, you can turn that around. Like, you can put a positive spin. It's hard. It's easier for me because I've done it most of my life. Because people tell you, and that's something I fought with a lot too, is everybody, you look through the world with rose-colored glasses. I hate that saying. I hate that freaking saying. No, I look through the world like my eyes and my heart and my soul want me to look through the world as. There's nothing. Everybody is trying to tell you something is wrong with you. Oh, you believe in a fantasy world. You're living in a fantasy world. No, you're not. You're living in your fucking world. Your fucking world. If that's what you want to believe, then fucking believe the hell out of it. Yeah, Jim. I can't stand that. You look through life with rose color. Well, how? And I try to change that. I try to change that about myself. Why? Because the way I look at the world is fucking awesome. Do I like some of the things that are going on? Hell no. But I understand it. Am I going to, look at somebody and say, well, you believe wrong? Why? Why would I do that?
And it's a good thing you can talk about them, Nicole.
That's the thing. Yes. Talk about the shit. Because something you say could help somebody else.
Well, that's okay, Ron. I didn't say anything.
Screw them, Jim. If they tell you to do this, screw them. And we look at things. Hey, Nubs, how you doing, hon? We look at things like this, too. I totally lost my train of thought again. Nubs came in and my mind went, whoa!
A shiny thing!
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Me and Eddie had a talk the other night, right? We were talking about my family. I don't want to make you start crying. He felt my pain that I felt.
I did. I felt every minute.
He freaking started crying like no tomorrow. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to draw back. But we were talking the other night about my family. Now, mind you, my family, I have 7 siblings. Or I have 6 siblings. Yes, I'm the 7th one. Right? But all my siblings had families when I was born. Like, they were all married and had kids. They're way older than me. Obviously, like most of you know, that my mom had me when she was 48. My dad was 59. So all my brothers and sisters on my dad's side all had families going for them. They all had kids. I was an aunt before I was born. So, therefore, I always felt like I was the odd one out. I always felt like the oddball. I always felt like the black sheep of the family. But yet, like we were talking the other night, Eddie's met my family on my dad's side and saw how welcoming and warm they were. They, kind of like yelled at me at my sister's funeral why we didn't sit up in where the family section is.
Yep. Why didn't you come up and sit with the family?
Right. But to me, I was holding myself back because at that time we were homeless and stuff like that. And I all my brothers and sisters are very successful in what they do. But they never made me feel that way.
She manifested it.
Exactly. I manifested that myself. Not once have I ever looked back and heard a crude word from my brothers and sisters or my nieces and nephews or anything that would make me feel that way. But because I wasn't along their lines of where they were in their life, I was the black sheep, but it was in my mind. My mom's side of the family, they're more critical.
Yeah,
They're straight up, Italian, tell you like it is, blah, blah, blah. My dad's side of the family, not so much. But they're the successful ones. Doctors, lawyers, not lawyers, owning their own business type of thing. They're the successful ones. But they never looked down on me.
Nope.
Or my mom.
And welcomed me.
Welcomed you. And
the first time I ever met them.
Yeah. My niece, she's a doctor. And, she gave me a hug. And, Missy, how you doing? And
no, it was the next day at McDonald's, remember?
Oh, yeah, it was. It was the next day after my oldest sister's funeral. We went to McDonald's. And Addie didn't realize who she was.
I got this woman hugging me, and I turned and I look at shadows, and I'm lipping the words. Who is this? Why is this woman hugging me?
That's my niece, Exactly, Misty. People will spread life. But you know what? Love them for that. Love them for that. Because all you can do is love them for that. Because that's their truth in their moment. They'll come out of it. As you notice, a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are waking up. No, I couldn't be the babysitter. I was out of that duty. Woohoo! I was too young. All my nieces and nephews were out of 19 grandchildren. Only 2 of my nieces, one niece, one nephew was younger than me. So They babysat me.
I couldn't run, Jim. She had a hold of my neck. Yeah, Nicole, I think we've all been in that situation. I was black sheep from my family when 19? I was 19 years old. And so I haven't spoke to my father in almost 30 years because I didn't live up to their standards. But
But friends, friends are just like family.
That didn't stop me from living my life and becoming the man I am today.
That's right. And again, even though we were talking about the past, I appreciate you too, Patrick. I just saw that. Sorry, it doesn't come through on YouTube, and I just happened to look over, and I'm sorry for missing that, but I appreciate you too, Patrick. Very much so. Appreciate all you guys. But exactly, Andy, their loss. The thing of it is that's the past. Leave it in the past, right? Live for your moment now. See, I'm seeing the stuff because I'm looking at it at a different perspective. Because all we can do is, we look at things, even if it's a good thing, we look at it negative.
How you doing, Freaky Geek?
Hey, Freaky Geek.
Early birds.
Welcome back, Jake. We turn that and twist that to negativity. But if you didn't have that happen in the past, you wouldn't be the person you are today.
I think what started my life off is, I was 17 and I messed up. I was fixing to be a father at the age of 18. And my father asked me, how are you going to raise this child? And I told him, I says, well, I'm going to join the service. And he says, what branch? And I told him, I says, I'm going to join the Marine Corps. And he looked me dead in the eye and he says, you'll never make it. So I got my payback the day I graduated boot camp when I got to go home. And I stood outside of his house and I knocked on his door until he answered it. And there I am standing in dress blues and his mouth hit the floor. Now, the rule of thumb in his house, if you ain't 21, you can't have a beer. At this point, I'm only 19 years old. And he invited me in and he says, why don't you have a beer with me? And I told him, no, sir, your rules are the age of 21 and I'm not. And I told him, have a good night, and I left. I just wanted to prove to him that I could do it.
Yeah.
I used the negative action to my advantage. That was my adrenaline, my rush. Telling me I can't do it? Watch.
Right, yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of negativity is, when we manifest good, I'm not going to lie to you, when you manifest good things in your life, because we are human, we are living a human experience, okay? We polarize things, black and white, black and white, black and white, right? So we have to put it in that category because that's what our minds do, is put it in that category. Is it black or white? Is it good or bad? Is it up or down?
It's the same thing. It all falls into the same category, black and white.
Now, take that experience as you did. Look, it's a negative aspect coming towards you, but you made it positive. You made it through boot camp.
I made it through the fucking Marine Corps.
Oh, that's so funny, Freaky Geek, that you said that, because Andy's always messing with me that, I'm not the same age as my mom had me yet. So it's funny you said that, because the whole thing was going on Facebook about, are you the same age as, or have you surpassed the age your mom had you? And I'm like, no, one more year. But I thought of you. Ron's over there mooning. Oh, you're funny, Andy. See, I knew it.
It's you can take a negative and make it positive.
Yes.
As long as you believe in yourself.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Like I said, when somebody comes at you with a negative, really look. Really, I mean, it's hard because we're human. But really look at that aspect of why you're feeling that way. And I never understood that until we'd go back. You went back and forth on the belief system and what I was believing. And it was kind of, like I said before, it was me flip-flopping in my head because that scientific brain, that human brain, wants to sit there and say, this ain't real, when your heart and your soul is saying, yes, it is, yes, it is, yes, it is. Kind of like what I explained about the paranormal and my witchy aspect. My witchy aspect is I know I can manifest things. I have. You've seen me manifest things. I have manifest things. But yet my brain's like, how does that work? Why did that work? Who the fuck cares?
And Patrick, I understand what you're saying, but he wasn't trying to make me succeed because I never doubted that I could make it through the Marine Corps boot camp. I knew when I told him I was determined. He's just
Ron. He's that type of person.
I had a sister that contacted me through Facebook that I didn't even know I had. She asked me, "Are you Ed Hartleb, senior or junior?" And I says, "Well, I'm junior." She goes, "Well, we have the same dad."
But yeah, his dad would come after him for, like bashing him about child support and that. But yet he
never paid a dime.
Right.
But I paid back $36,000.
What did I tell you even back then, though? What did I tell you when Michelle contacted you? What did I tell you back then? And she told you all this? I said, because you were a reflection of him that he did not like, the aspect.
Because I became a man. I took care of my fucking responsibility.
Right. But still, even back then, see these little synchronicities that happen that really, it solidifies your, what you're thinking about.
Sorry, guys, I'm not crying. When I come in from the cold into the heat, my nose just says, "Hey, let's just run for a while."
You say that, I'm like, all I can think of is, I'm not crying, you're crying.
But yeah, I put myself in a negative position. And with the help of shadows, she turned me around and put me on a positive path. And over a 9 years period, I paid back $36,000 at $150 every 2 weeks and paid off my back child support.
We did it. Definitely.
It sucks to know that I had $36,000 going that way, but it was my responsibility.
So again, getting back to what we were talking about, yes, when you can co-create with your higher self, you can manifest anything in your life. But you have to know your worth. You have to allow it in your life.
I almost yelled, "Preach it, sister." Yes, I'm an asshole.
You are an asshole. So myth number 6. After we wake up, there's nothing else for us to learn, achieve, or practice. We've arrived at perfection. We are everything, so we don't need to do anything. In reality, awakening itself is an evolutionary state. There is no end point to it. Also, awakening doesn't mean that life lessons just disappear. Instead, we're able to sail through them using our inner knowledge to grab the solution that always sits on the other side of the problem. It kind of goes back to, because like I said, I still suffer from depression. I still get the thoughts of suicide, but I haven't had any in a long time now. But after the fact, I would tell myself, just wait one more day. See how you feel tomorrow. And a lot of people can't do that. But again, with my depression and anxiety, I don't let it define me anymore. It don't define me. It does not make who I am. It's a part of me and who I am, but it's not the most important part of me. In other words, too, honestly, as harsh as these words I feel can be, I stopped playing the victim to my depression and anxiety.
Nicole, you can't, and I know I'm going to say this completely wrong, and please try to understand, it's not going to mean the way it sounds. You having depression has nothing to do with get over the feeling of losing your mom. Missy lost her mom 8 years ago?
No.
Yeah.
No, because we're going on 10 years.
So it was 9 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then a year, almost a year to the day, my mom passed away. And it still bothers me. And I don't have depression or anything, but there are times where
it hits you.
It'll bother me bad.
Yeah. I still get hit with now, most of you guys know my story, that my dad developed Alzheimer's when I was 10 years old, and he went in the nursing home when I was 12 years old, and he died when I was 18 years old. Now, I still get hit with that. You know what I mean? That bouts of missing my dad. We're human. But just know that, they are all around you. They're a part of you. They're one with you. Definitely, we're human. We're allow yourself. That's what allow yourself to feel that.
They think it takes away from their masculinity, their
right, yeah,
their pride.
Yeah. And believe me and Eddie are big on pride, like to a fault.
But I'll sit there and cry when something on TV bothers me, or I hear a song that resonates and hits a chord.
They're with us. They're with us all the time. Just like we're okay. They're in everything, just like we're in everything. We are a part of God or source.
You're going to hate me for this, what? But I haven't even had a cigarette since I got out of work.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to go have one real quick.
All right.
I can feel it. Like, I need it.
Yeah, no problem, honey.
I'll be right back, though.
So, there's source or God, whatever you want to call, right?
I'm going to listen to you,
that's in everything. Every blade of grass, every tree, every leaf on the tree, every rock, every stone, every grain of sand. God, source, is in everything. We're a part of God. We're in everything. Okay? We're a thought form put on this earth to have a human experience because of the fact that all source, God knows, is love. Wanted to find out different aspects, how each emotions work. We're a thought form from that. So we're in everything just as God or source is in everything. That's right. It's not a bad thing to cry. So they're all around. They're a part of us. And we're all here for each other, right? Obviously, you can see that in chat. That's why I love you guys so much. So much. Yes, Freaky, definitely. Yeah. Because you can relate. That's why we cry. That's why we feel what we do with people. Because we relate. See? We're all empathic. Okay? We're all clairs. And I mean like clairaudient, sentient, claircognizance. We're all that. We're everything. We just have to believe it. Right, Patrick. I get that. I totally get that. But, you're right. As we were brought up, even though I'm female, I was brought up, nobody's going to see me cry. How many times have you guys freaking seen me cry? I'll probably, doing these series, I'll probably freaking cry all the time. I'll get pissed at times. But it's okay. But I'm happy in the moment. That's all that matters, is you're happy in the moment. You have this moment. Our life is like a film. Okay? Only this part is one part. This part is another 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 part. This part. But because human beings have to have a linear of time, it looks like it's all one fluid motion, but it's not. I tease myself with a coffee. You see that? It's one moment at a time. You know what the thing with is, Ron? Yeah, me and my mom, we butted heads all the time. Me and my oldest daughter butt heads. Well, not anymore because we don't speak to each other anymore, which is hard. But it's the way it is. She's got to live her life. I got to live mine. I did drink a part. See, that's part of it too. It's tough, but the thing of it is I actually through my dreams I experienced my mother in a different way. Like in my dreams, which I know is her coming to me in the astral life or in the higher self life, where we're riding around as friends and just having fun and going shopping. There's no kids, there's no ailments, there's no I'm too sick to do this. There's none of that. It's just two beings having fun. And I really respect and look at different things through my mom's eyes prospectively, if that makes sense. Now that I'm older, I mean, kid-wise, yeah, and Eddie's helped me a lot with that too, of seeing why my mom was the way she was with me. It's kind of like that song Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash. She wanted me to grow up being able to fend for myself. Thanks for the future nightmare. But yeah, and I was the same way, Patrick. When my father died, I actually laughed at his funeral because that's how much emotion was coming through. Because we do stuff like that. And don't feel stupid about stuff like that. That's just emotion that it explodes. It can't help it. You know what I mean? But speak your truth too. I know I ventured off there and I'm sorry. But speak your truth too because of the fact that if you hold it in and allow it to bundle up, per se, you're going to take it out on the wrong person, right? So if you're mad about something, say you're mad about it. We lie to ourselves all the time. We lie to ourselves all the time, right? Yes, we can be happy in the moment, and being happy in the moment is expressing anger towards something that doesn't resonate with you, and that's okay. But you're living your truth. She's there, Nicole. For the longest time, it was the same way with me, vice versa. I couldn't sense my father around me, right? I could sense my mom, but I couldn't sense my father, my dad. And suddenly, all of a sudden, I could. But my dad was the one that I talked to when I was upset. But yet I didn't sense him. But yet I talked to him. So obviously, subconsciously, I did sense him. But like consciously, I didn't sense him. If that makes sense. But yet he was the one I talked to when I stared out the window. Even though I didn't sense him. that probably made no sense at all, but exactly. Everybody has a different perception of everything because we were our one single unit, although we are, a huge consciousness. But us individually are living our singularity out with co-creation of everybody else. Everybody has, like I said, everybody has a different perception of everything. You might see the white wall in back of me, or my right, but to somebody else that might be something else. It might look something else. Don't look at my clothes though. Me too, Misty. Me too. A lot of times. But that's because we are creating what we see in that moment. You're creating what you see in that moment. Each individual is creating what they see in that moment. If you're out of your house is not there until you create it in that moment. We are not here. We are here in this moment. But in reality, you're not here. I know it's a lot to take in. It's crazy, but we'll go sort through everything. But that's just it, Scott. The light is all around us. The light is all around us in my world. We are in everything, just as God or Source is in everything. So is everything, everybody. Yes, exactly. And that's the same thing with life too, Patrick. You want it so bad if you're focused on making that money, right? You're focused on making that money. You're also putting up a barrier. Because if you feel, oh, I could never afford that, you're in that mindset of you could never afford that. So that is going to play out because you can never afford that. It's the same thing with spirits, spirit worlds. See, that's the thing. Yeah, in your world, that's how you do it, Nicole. Definitely. Other worlds, like in my world, spirits just show up. I don't have a door. It's kind of like some mediums put on a hat and then they don't, the spirits can't come through. It's whatever barrier that you decide. That's right. You must embrace the Nicole that you are, because you are. You're beautiful. If somebody doesn't resonate, yes, and I'm going to go there about vibrations. If somebody doesn't resonate in your vibration, if their negativity is even bringing your vibration down and you feel that, there might be little signs that say, because their vibration, if they're in that field though, right? I'll try to give you an example. Like if you have a vibration of 25 to 50, right? The people around you are between that 25 and 50, okay? If they're lower than 25, you don't even see them. You don't even see them. They pass right through you. Or if there's somebody higher than 50, that's, all the way up there that is connected with all their selves, they can't see you. Does that make sense? Kind of like we came to that conclusion where Eddie talks about that guy that we thought it was a glitch in the Matrix. I think we're always listening to your gut instincts. Exactly, Freaky. We think that he was either vibrating higher or lower. Like if you're walking down the street, you might see a fight happening. Somebody else might not even see that because they're not in that vibration. But if you're in that vibration of fights happen and stuff like that, you're going to see that. I hope this stuff is making sense to you. Yes, and that's the thing, Nicole, is I thought that as well. I thought that I felt that as well. Like I know my gut instincts are exactly what they need to tell. Like they know, right? Because that's our higher self. They know what's going on. Something's wrong, and there's always something wrong, right? That person's a little off. Something's not right. And they're right. But yet, what do? We tend to ignore them. We got to stop doing that. It's hard. It's hard. I'm telling you, being spiritually aware is very fucking hard. I'm not going to lie. One iota. It is very fucking hard that you keep going through of what you've been told all your life, and what you have fed yourself the lies, whether somebody else fed you lies. It's kind of like you look at the mindset of being poor, right? It's easy to be poor, right? Is it not? It's so easy to be poor. So easy. Hard as hell to be rich, but paper is just that, paper. Money is just paper. But yet, we're taught from an early age that if we don't make that scratch, we're nothing. You have to have this much income to be known or to feel good about yourself. That's a bunch of bullshit. Because let me tell you something, and Eddie can confirm this, that when we were homeless and sleeping in a fucking tent in wintertime, it was the best goddamn sleep that we got. And we were happy. We were so fucking happy. I understand why hippies were happy. Because they believed in themselves and didn't care.
We didn't have to live by society.
Yes. Why do you think people come to Alaska and live out off the grid? Not just Alaska. Everybody can live off the grid somewhere. But why do they do that? To escape society. But yet we're all a collective conscious. But you can, if you're part of that collective conscious that you feel that you're awakened a little bit, you can feel that shift. Because it's coming. The awakening's coming in a bigger, like, collective part of it. That's why we're being able to see spaceships and shit like that. But that's another part of it. Yeah, it's hard, Nicole. It's hard. Freaky. Exactly. Love your flaws. If you think you have flaws, then love those flaws.
Because they're not flaws.
No, they're not. They're made specifically for you. They're a part of you. They're beautiful.
All right, Freaky Geek. She didn't even notice she put Nicole.
Yeah. But they're not flaws. They're a part of you. I could say my depression's a flaw.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's what makes you who you are.
Right. Okay, so Miss Seven, when we're all awakened, we have to do is love each other and send out positive energy, and the world's problems will disappear all on their own. Not everyone's going to be
on board with that.
Not everybody will choose to become awakened. It's a choice. That's our free will. It's a choice. Whether negativity, we take a thing as negative or positive, that's our choice. That's our free will. Free will is real. So they have a choice to become awakened or not. And if they don't want to be awakened, they're not going to be, and they're going to look at you or me as wishy-washy, but they can, because that's fine. I don't care. For those who do, sending positive energy does have an enormous effect on the whole. That's why we are collectively awakening. But, however, action is still required. The solutions lie in the practical, in the physical, and in the tangible. Science, economics, politics.
Religion.
They're not exclusive to spirituality, which simply isn't true.
And if I can just interject, because you're talking about awakening. And I can actually say this without being wrong. Shadows she's sitting on a fence and at a stage where her guides want her to open up to the next level. And I only know this because they'll go through me to talk to her, because she tends not to listen to them. And then they come at me when they know the time is right. And we'll have a conversation that, in all honesty, would be
wild.
No way these words would come out of me on my own.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, it's pretty freaking amazing how it because he'll even say, he'll be like, where did that come from? And I'm like, you know where it came from.
I mean, I do know where it comes from, but it's even a surprise to me that your guides can get through to me.
It's because we're connected.
To say what needs to be said.
Right. And remember, we are all connected. We are all one consciousness, but just living singularity lives. That's why we have, like, telepathy. Telepathy is a real thing. Okay, that's why sometimes you finish other people's sentences.
Say that again.
Sometimes that's why you finish other people's sentences. Shut up. That's so wrong. All right, Andy, number 2. Same here, freaky. Believe me, same here.
And it's not so much that they share the thought.
They're on the same vibration, same
Yeah.
wavelength. You know? What's the matter?
You couldn't hear that?
What'd you hear?
Almost like a woodpecker.
I was like this.
No, that wasn't you.
Okay. I know, that's scary, right, Nicole? So why do spiritual awakenings happen in the first place, right? Well, the spiritual awakening journey is the process of the soul evolution and expansion. Everything in life matures, and that includes the soul, or the inner essence of who you are. Like a snake shedding its skin, or a caterpillar going through metamorphosis. You too are destined for a spiritual upgrade. This is awkward. I'm telling you, it's an awkward and painful process because the old you, the old consciousness, is kind of dying and being replaced with something new and more advanced. So essentially, you're going through a spiritual awakening because your soul needs to grow, needs to mature, and needs to expand. Staying the same equals death and stagnation. Not death like, but just death of your passion. That's why everybody says, go for your passion, because when you're in that passion, that's where everything starts to fold and roll through. Because your passion is so, that's right. Your passion is just drives you. Allow it to drive you.
Freaky just hit something on the head. When you said connected as a collective, what do you say? What used to scare me is suddenly hearing somebody say something like, give me this, and you get it, and they tell you nobody said anything. Nobody was talking. But yeah, they were, because when you bring it to them, they say thanks. Like, I was just thinking about getting that, but you already did it. That's being on the same wavelength.
Exactly. Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much. It's like I said, if I can say one word that'll help somebody, especially somebody that's going through this, that they're not alone. We all go through the same. We're all trying to be our best selves. You know what I mean? So getting back into the changing, you're growing, changing, even though it's damn painful, it's a good thing. Not only will you eventually feel more connected to everything, but you'll have the opportunity to find your ultimate life purpose and fulfill your destiny. There are many reasons why spiritual awakenings process happens, major life changes. Like mine, I think it started to get that. I think this started back when we got the 7.2 or 7.4 earthquake, because that's when my body rumbles started.
Yep.
And I think that's what awakened everything unfolding again. I was already headed that way, but not like fast enough. That kind of jerked me.
Yeah, it kind of shot you through time.
Yeah. There are many reasons why the process happens. So major life changes, tragedies, losses, health crisis, marriage, divorces, and other milestones can often trigger a new outlook on life. Kind of like going back into the camper. You guys have heard the story before, where I was just sick and tired of fucking living that way. Of worrying, stressed out, anxiety. Sick and tired of my depression having a hold over me. Sick and tired of being frozen with anxiety. Tired of it. That's what started this as well. That's before my YouTube channel. That's way before my YouTube channel. That was like, what, 3 years ago?
You've been talking about doing something like this for a long time.
Yeah. And I think that's around, thank you so much for the ice cream. That's around the time that I put my first video up. But go down that rabbit hole, freaky. It's okay. Everybody's like, oh, it's not okay to believe this or not okay to believe that. Bullshit. If it's your belief, believe it.
Going down rabbit holes will get you answers. May not be the ones you want, and it might not be as fast as you like. But going down in rabbit holes will answer questions.
Yeah. So whatever the case, spiritual awakenings occur when the soul is ready to undergo a process of transformation. And that occurs in different moments for everyone, if it happens at all. Like I said, I go back to after I got out of the paranormal the first time. Okay? That's when I had my astral travel. Now, I've had my callings, I call them dizzy spells, for many, many years, since I was little. So enough to where my mom got my ears checked, my eyes checked, made sure I wasn't having seizures, that type of thing, all that checked. But I kept getting dizzy spells. And that became more prominent after I left the paranormal the first time. And then I had the astral travel. And then I had my near-death experience. So it was almost like my body wasn't ready. My soul wasn't. My soul was ready, but my body, my mindset, human part of me was not ready.
It didn't understand.
Yeah. It was like too much info at once. Like now I can tell when I'm getting a download. Like last night, I couldn't sleep worth shit because I kept dreaming about different shit. And even though I can't remember my dreams, I know I was getting downloads. I was talking to my higher selves and, you know what I mean? Getting prepared. And a lot of it had to do because I was excited for today to start living my truth. What? Did you have a question for me, Ron?
No, to come up with another one.
Oh, okay. I thought I missed one.
Goddamn freaky.
I don't want to dream about carp.
No, she'd rather dream about shit.
Yes. But yeah, even though you know how I can tell it's a download too, that I was getting downloads, is because my energy is not drained from not sleeping.
No, you feel, I'm not going to say you feel wide awake, but you feel relaxed.
Yeah. And of course, that has come a lot to do with you guys too.
I'm not going to lie. I went to work last night. I left here like 11:30, and I get a message from her hour and a half after I get to work, and all I got was, "I'm just so excited for tomorrow."
Yeah. Steve, I've only had 2 that I can remember that was really lucid dreaming. The one just happened the other night, where I realized I was me that I was dreaming. I knew I was dreaming, but yet it was me in a dream. How do I say? Like I knew I was with an Eddie, but it wasn't that Eddie.
But it was me.
But it was him.
In a different reality.
Yeah. Like I knew I was dreaming in that dream. That doesn't happen a lot with me. Usually, I mean, I'm getting more and more to where I can remember my dreams. Like before, I never, when I was in the state of depression and everything like that, that's a lot of the doctors thought that's why I was depressed, because I never got to third stage of sleep. So therefore, I was a single mom. This is before Eddie. I was a single mom. I had to keep my eyes and ears open for anything that could happen. Not that I was paranoid, but it was just, you're a single mom. I slept on the couch, make sure nobody came through the door. Maybe I was a little paranoid. I don't know. But that protective mode, make sure Mr. Mingster there wasn't sneaking a freaking Easter basket up full of food.
Nicole says, like my dream, I visited Andy and he smacked the door closed in front of me and told me to fuck off, laugh out loud.
That's your fear manifesting.
Thank you. And I was just going to say that because that's your fear that he's going to reject you when you get there. So you dreamt that.
Yep, that's your fear. That's your subconscious playing out what that would happen.
If you put your mindset to a positive level, he will open the door and welcome you with open arms.
Yes, Misty, that is true. Some people do not dream in color, which is weird because I remember when I first dreamt in color, I was way young. But I remember that dream like it was yesterday. It's a very weird dream, so I'm not going to share it here, but I will say that yellow was my first color. And once I saw the yellow, it like they, those, like when you see those commercials where you're acid trip or they do a TV show and it's got an acid trip in it.
Yeah, it's
and it kind of the colors
ripple effect.
That's exactly how, and I've been dreaming in color ever since. But that's what it looks like. I can't explain it anymore.
Freaky Geek, to be honest, there has been a couple of changes since we used the magnets, but nothing of the suffice.
This all could be from it. I don't fucking know.
It could be. But we did start seeing our shadow person a lot more again.
Well, first they disappeared, and then we started that. When we started that, they disappeared. And then after we ended it, they started showing again. So maybe it was like...
And they started showing more often, too, though.
Yeah, an adverse effect. I don't know. So many ask, how long does the spiritual awakening last? It's a lifelong journey. Once it begins, it never ends. However, the intensity of waking up varies. And we often go through quite quiet periods and then in calm periods. And then it's blah again, followed by chaotic and intense periods of change. It's important that we honor this ebb and flow of transformation, seeing it as a vibrant and ever-flowing journey, not a static or one-off destination. A lot of times people going through it feel that your life is false. This is the stages of waking up, okay? The first stage is usually you feel your life is false. Everything you believed, built, and worked towards seems to be false.
Steve, great to see you come in, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming in, Steve. I appreciate it. It's good seeing you. Happy belated birthday, even though I wish you a happy birthday.
Thanks for coming to Missy's welcoming back.
Yes, it means a lot. It really means a lot. So it almost feels like your life doesn't feel as it's your own. You no longer feel like yourself. Nearly everything you once enjoyed no longer brings you meaning or satisfaction. So something you liked before, you're just like, it's kind of like with me and the paranormal doing the channel. It's just not my thing anymore. I'll still talk about it, but
the passion wasn't there.
Yeah. Stage 2 is where you start shifting perspectives. You start to perceive reality in a totally different way. In this stage, you start seeing through the lies and delusions propagated by society. You feel unhappy with life, disturbed by the suffering you see, and the hopelessness of the ills of the world. Now, there's times where I'll bust out crying, like especially when I'm trying to explain to you something This happens a lot. I'll try to explain to Eddie something that I'm feeling or going through, and he don't get it.
It's not that I don't understand it. There's a difference between not getting it and not understanding it.
Right.
And then I get frustrated because she's getting upset. And the more she gets upset, the more frustrated I get. And it's making it even harder to understand.
Right. And then I start crying because I feel bad because he's not awake and he should be this far. And he's not. And I get upset and because I want him to be there. Not be there as in, he's always supportive of me. But I mean, like, be there in his own. I want him to feel this.
She wants me to be at her level awakening.
Yeah.
And as fast as I move, she thinks I should be there already. But I'm not. I don't think.
In parts, I think you're there. But in parts, I think you're
Nicole, that was very, very sweet for you to say.
That was. Thank you. Stop. Now you're going to make me cry. Don't do that shit. I do truly love you guys, though. I really do. So that's stage 2. You no longer see life as you once did in the previous state of unawareness type feeling. Okay. Stage 3 is where you start seeking answers and meaning. There must be a point to all this, right? In this stage, you're asking all the deep questions. You're in search of your life purpose, your spiritual destiny, and the meaning of life itself. Kind of like what I did with paranormal. I wanted to ask those questions. Why? Why? You will start dabbling maybe in different metaphysical, self-help, historic fields in search for answers and truth. Aww. Did you, Andy?
You know he's going to deny it.
But you didn't bring me bonbons, did you? Stage 4, finding those answers and experiencing breakthroughs. After a lot of soul searching, you'll find a few teachers, practices, and belief systems that ease your suffering a little bit. But beware, a lot of spiritual bypassing can occur in this stage. Okay? You'll feel a sense of expansion as an old patterns dissolve away and your true self, your soul, begins to emerge. You may have a number of metaphysical or mystical experiences or brief moments of enlightenment that gives you a glimpse into the ultimate nature of reality. This is a time of joy, hope, connection, and awe. Okay?
In awe.
In awe.
Oh, awe. Okay, gotcha.
Not awe. In awe. Oh, okay. That's understandable, Andy. Yeah, I get that.
Glad you took care of him, man.
Yeah, exactly. Stage 5, disillusionment and feeling lost again. See, it's back and forth. It goes back and forth. Life is about movement. With the spiritual awakening process, there is always an ebb and flow. In this stage, you become bored and tired of your spiritual teachers or practices. You become disillusioned by false spiritual BS out there and crave for something deeper because you know you're searching for something that resonates with you.
I'm sorry. That caught me off guard. Oh, shit. Did you see what Nicole wrote now?
Huh?
Did you see what Nicole wrote? I have to share Andy's side. During the week, he is Missy's boy, and in the weekends, he's Eddie's bitch. Oh, fuck.
So in this stage, you may even experience long periods of connection with divine only to become separated again. But that's totally natural.
It's a learning curve.
Right, exactly. It's kind of like that your vibration is their vibration, divine, your higher self. The vibration's too strong, so you gotta tone it. Your body's like, whoa.
You back away from it.
But understandably, you feel disturbed and deeply upset because you got that longing and then it's gone. And you're like, what the fuck is happening? And that's the crazy moments because you're like, I felt so connected.
Alive.
Yeah.
Alive.
And then it was gone. But it's because you got to work on something else in your life. I mean, you're always working on in your life.
Think of it as a marionette puppet. All strings got to reach the same level for you to be able to operate properly.
Right, right. So you may experience many mental, emotional, spiritual breakthroughs, but they might feel superficial. You crave for the authenticity and the deep spiritually that permits your life and transforms every part of you. The unhappiness and stagnation you feel will motivate you to go search more. Stage 7, integration, expansion, joy. Integration means taking the spiritual lessons you learn from your inner work and applying them to your daily life. Integration happens both naturally and consciously as a habit in deep spiritual practice. In this stage, you'll experience the most profound and long-lasting changes deep within. It's kind of like when I was decided that depression wasn't going to define me, right? But I was, for first few months, I was like, when's that other shoe going to drop? When's the other shoe going to drop? And it never did. Do you know what? Does that make sense? You know, because I was so used to that hanging over my head that when it wasn't there, I was like, well, what do I do?
What's going to happen?
Yeah. Is it going to be huge? Is it going to be really big?
Or is it going to be something so minute I didn't even notice?
Right. But you were waiting for that shoe to drop. And it never did. So that kind of goes with how this is. You know, many people experience, oh, wait a minute, sorry. Yeah.
You're right, Freaky. Waiting for something that never happened can be very nerve-wracking.
Yeah. So, like I said, in this stage, you'll be experiencing the most prolonged and long-lasting changes deep within. Many people experience prolonged mystical experiences and periods of unity with the divine or source, God, in the integration phase. Remember that enlightenment or full self-realization is never guaranteed. We can strive for it, but is it ultimately a gift from life? Okay. Nevertheless, though, profound peace, love, and joy emerge and are felt in this stage. You may feel ready to be a spiritual mentor or role model in your community and pass it on insight to others. Life will become less about you and more about we. And that's what's happening to me now. I feel like that's the stage I'm in right now. And it's funny because if you go back to when I was younger, from the moment that I started my spiritual practice as a witch back in the day, back when I was 16, I wanted to be that sage. I wanted to be that person that everybody came to. I wanted to be the witch, the community witch. I wanted to, you know what I mean? I had questions. But I put it off for so long. But yet here I am doing what I wanted to do way back when. It's weird. It's very weird to me. Yes, but you make it fun, Freaky Geek. You make it fun. You all make it fun. That's true. That's true, Freaky. So life will become less about you and more about we. Your perspective will expand and you will start seeing things from a big picture. Above all else, you will feel connected, at peace with yourself, and deeply aligned with life. Now, it is common to move back and forth. Like I said, that's what I've been doing this whole month. The month that I was gone, even more than a month, I think. I don't know how long I was gone. But I was flip-flopping back and forth. You know, it's a complex, it's a linear process, okay? So you have to go through A, B, and C, but you can't go, you can't go from A, B to C. You might go from C to B and then back to B to C, if that made sense. And it's complex. You might have a different experience, total different experience than I have had. But you go through and you're like, why am I here? What is the purpose of life? What happens after we die? Why do people suffer? You begin more thinking about philosophically. Such profound thoughts may greatly disturb you as you don't know the answers.
Well, what program were we watching where it was a woman that explaining what death was like? She said, when you die, it's like being born. You're confused. You don't know where you're going. You have no idea about anything. And to them, it only seems like a couple of minutes. But it's for us, it's already been 10 years that they've been gone.
Right.
So time ceased to exist, even though time does not exist.
Right. So you see a lot of these too, as I've been going through this a long time, and Eddie can contest, materialistic items. Shit, when we fight and we tell each other we're breaking up, we're trying to give our shit to the other person.
Yeah, we don't want it.
I don't want it. You take it.
Too much shit for me to haul. You keep it.
Yeah. I guess it's a selfish,
So us being selfish is completely wrong. I mean, everything that we own everything together. So it's basically like, no. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole.
It's basically, fuck you. You keep it all. I'm leaving. And she'll be like, no. I ain't taking shit. You keep it. I'm leaving. I'm taking my fucking clothes and that's it. And that's how we are.
Yes, we are. Yes, that's what we're selfish.
Thank you,
Ron. Thank
you,
Ron, for the diamond. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Nicole, for the lemon. The lemon. Oh, it is almost that time, isn't it?
Scott, look at Scott. You guys can have a domestic? Wait till I grab a can.
Hey, Heather.
Heather.
How you doing? So, this is when you start to realize that, like I said before, what you realize is you start to realize that a lot of what you've been taught is a lie. You start to see how many beliefs, feelings, and values are not actually your own, but other people's, or you inherited from culture. You feel completely lost and alone. Nothing in your life seems to make sense anymore. You feel as though you're wandering through an endless wilderness. As a vagabond, you feel completely alone and cut off from people, and you struggle to relate with those you once felt close to, whether it be your friends, your co-workers, family members, whatnot. They just don't fit in your vibration anymore. Again, you see through the illusions of society, materialism, success, and profit no longer mean anything to you. You start feeling as though you're a cog in the machine of society.
Heather, never apologize for being late.
That's right.
Always remember one thing. When you show up, you're on time.
That's right. You see, one of the biggest things is you see how most people are unhappy. You awaken to the unhappiness and the suffering of others. You may start to explore activism or read more about human conditions. It is tormenting you to realize how much pain there is in the world. And again, that's another reason I start crying when Eddie don't get it. Get it.
I get it.
It's not that it's not that he don't get it. I just feel like I want you to be happy too.
It's the way you're explaining it that I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't get it.
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to say, but and I'll say it. I don't care. For somebody like me with my mind and how I think, she forgets that she needs to dumb it down a little bit. And I'm being honest.
Right.
I'm not afraid to say it. I mean, I can understand, but you just need to bring it down a little bit that I can understand it.
Right. And my mind don't, like, when my mind gets going, you don't understand. It's like, blah, 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 blah.
And I caught about every fourth word.
Yeah.
And then I'm supposed to put it all together and understand. Oh, Heather, we missed you too.
We missed you too. We miss everybody, definitely. So, again, here's that you want to... Yeah, that's true. That's true, Ron. I'm not going to lie. You want to purge your life. You're sick and tired of feeling stranded, depressed, and hopeless. You get sick. Like I said, that out in the camper when I was pissed. I'm done. Suddenly you feel the need to simplify or declutter your life. This could mean cutting ties with toxic people. If somebody is making you upset, fuck them. Leave them alone. If you go into a channel that's making you upset, don't go out to that channel.
Leave the channel.
Leave the channel and never fucking go back. Why are you letting people have that power over you?
Heather, thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Yeah, I know, I did, Scott, right? That's all I heard the other morning. I'm trying to sleep and I hear, like, what the hell? And then he went into, the other animals, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm surprised you guys did. Andy, son of a bitch.
Well, no, because that was the first thought that ran through my mind, too. Because you said, just fuck him. I'll just leave him alone. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to leave him alone if I'm bucking him? So,
oh my God, thank you for the loans.
Me and Andy were actually on the same vibration level at that moment in time.
Thank you, Heather, for the loans.
Freaky Steve, holy cow, what the hell was that? When you went, or were you talking about my pig call?
Andy.
What?
Andy just donated.
For what?
On PayPal.
Why?
Because that's Andy. He's an asshole.
You know, if you could have done it a better way, Andy. If you would have looked at my Facebook page, because my birthday's coming up, I started my
oh, did you? I didn't even see it. See,
I just started it this afternoon. Wounded Warrior Project. Let's show the heroes, the real heroes, how much we care. And I'm in it to raise $500 for the Wounded Warrior Project.
Nice. But thank you, Andy. Oh my God.
Jesus, where's all this come from?
Freaky Geek, thank you for the diamond. You guys are crazy. Hey, Jake, welcome back. Hey, Carol.
Carol, how you doing?
Thank you guys so much. I know. That's their hint. You know, that's what it is. It's their hint. Hey, end the fucking show, Missy.
Hey, if I could have a box of Rotten Tomatoes to throw at you, Eddie, I would have done. But I don't think they will reach from here.
Just throw up.
Use a really big swing shot.
See, I'm stupid when it comes to that. I don't know how to read shit.
They posted it on your... I know you shared it out, Scott. Freaky says you can't, and now I just got here.
Thank you. He said, welcome back, Missy. A Christmas gift for you and Eddie from Nicole and I. I like it. Stop, guys! Why you gotta fucking do that? Oh my God! Thank you, Ron, for the time.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you,
just
Nicole.
not stress this?
Thank you, everybody. Hey, look, Sharon's fixing to cry.
Oh, you guys, I swear.
But yes, everybody that shares out my post, I appreciate it. I'm trying to raise $500 for the Wounded Warrior Project. Like I said, let's show the world how much we care about the real heroes.
Twin Pop sank in the bath. That's not good.
What's sank in the bath?
Scott's twin prop. Thank you so much, Heather, for the ice creams. Am I right? Oh,
holy
my God, Patrick.
Yeah, Jim.
Nicole for the lemons.
That's a double diamond.
Patrick, you guys, stop. Look at me. They all want me to cry is what it is. You guys are, I'm not doing it.
Yes, you will. Keep it going.
No.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. You really are.
The Wounded Warrior Project, it does mean a lot to me because I am a vet. So it means the world to me.
Thank you, Heather.
Them guys are so underrated.
So you might notice Nicole.
What's Heather? Now it's Nicole.
You guys are awesome. I thank you just guys for being here. I really do. I mean, you guys mean the world to me.
What a welcome back gift.
Oh, Carol, I'm sorry you're having problems with Wi-Fi. I know how that goes. Believe me. So, like I said, you feel like you want to purge your life. You're sick and tired of being stranded, depressed, and hopeless. But then you begin experiencing deep empathy and compassion for people that you might have not have cared about before, you know, and you're like, what the hell is going on with me? So, and you start paying attention to more hardships faced by humanity and nature alike. You develop more compassion. Your inherent empathy your inherent empathy is awakened, and you may find it hard to cope with the intensity of your feelings. And it's all normal. If you're going through this, it's all normal. Because this is a pivotal point in your inner transformation. You either... Oh my God, thanks for the follow, D. Fox.
I lost everything. Oh, there we go. I found it.
And he has a message for you.
I know, okay. That's what I was trying to go look at. And I keep hitting the wrong goddamn thing.
So, like I said, this is a pivotal point in your inner transformation. You either numb the pain you feel with addictions, or you find healthy ways to accept and express your emotions. You desire to be alone. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
You guys are amazing. You desire to be alone and you crave solitude. Whereas once you may have been extroverted, now you experience the introverted side of your nature. You spend a lot of time introspecting yourself and enjoying the silence. You know, at every cost, you try to reduce social contact because you don't want to feel, you know, you're feeling a lot. Oh my God. Thank you, Paranormal in History.
Thank you, Scott and Sarah.
You guys are amazing. I love you guys so much. So at this point, you may lose touch with many old friends. And that happens because they're not in your vibration anymore.
But that's kind of like you lost contact with your close friends when you stepped away from the paranormal. And until you started this again, you lost contact.
Right.
With your close friends.
Right.
And now they're back.
Exactly.
On a different vibration level.
Right. Thank you, Ron, for the ice creams. You guys are awesome. You really are. You also notice that conversations seem shallow. When you talk to people, you feel an acute sense of separation. You realize that very few people are comfortable with talking about passion, emotions, meaning, and the soul. And that happened to me. That happens to me a lot too, still today. It's like, you know, in conversations, you feel restless and irritated by small talk. I'm like that. I've been like that for years.
But I'm the same way, though. It kind of depends on who it is, though. Like some people, there's one in particular I work with that I don't mind talking to them, but you ain't got to step right up to me. I mean, it's like just back up a little bit, dude, and we're good.
Right, right. But when you're going through this, it's like you silently scream. Can't anyone wake up and realize what is happening? Because you want somebody to relate what you're going through with you.
But they don't understand the change.
Exactly. You distaste, you just don't want to have frivolous chit chat anymore. You want to draw more
intelligence.
Yeah.
Because the little minor chit chat is annoying the hell out of you. Because to me, you sound so unintelligent at this moment that I'd rather not even talk to you.
Yeah, it's not even worth it. Not that you're not worth my time. It's the talk, you're trying to figure it out. Yeah, I know, right, Andy?
Mm-hmm. How many times have I said I've been waiting to get swatted here?
Right? Exactly, Nicole. Exactly. Your tribe will always come back to you. Your tribe will always come back to you. I just had to repeat that, apparently. You might even quit your job, or even though you worked for years getting your degree, establishing your career, and climbing the ranks, you feel nothing but emptiness. Like things start, you're like, that came out of left field. Where the hell did that come from? Do you know what I mean?
Why all of a sudden do I feel this way?
Yeah. You become aware of your old negative habits. You're painfully aware of your flaws and destructive habits.
I think my biggest thing, when I start getting annoyed about the minor chit chat, is usually right after me and you have had a very deep conversation.
Yeah.
And then it's like, why are you talking to me, man?
Yeah. And it's true because your mindset is right there at that point in time. And you also feel like you have a strong
All right,
urge.
Andy, I'll be waiting on you.
You have a strong urge to wipe the slate clean and start over. And that's the beautiful thing is you can. You can.
It wouldn't take but three of you. It's not a very big place.
And you may go through deep bouts of, depression and anxiety because the shock of plunging into your awakening leaves you feeling unstable. It does. It makes you go crazy. I'm like, I sit there and I battle myself all the time because it's like, but do you know what I notice? And I notice it more and more. I've been kind of like noticing it, but put it on the back burner. But now that I'm really noticing it, is when I start doubting, is that when I know I'm tired.
Well, and I've also noticed too that you are fixing to transform to your next stage because you've been waking up with headaches.
Yeah. And like hard headaches.
And you have not done that in a long time.
Yeah. You become more sensitive. Everything impacts you more. We're allowed to cry, right?
It is okay to cry.
It is okay to cry. Big Sex tells you that. It's like because you cry because you want to make the world a better place.
And you feel helpless.
Yeah.
That's why you cry.
and you start thinking big picture, and you start feeling you're longing to make a real impact, and it translates to actively helping others or finding life purpose that aligns with your desires. Again, it goes back to when I was younger, 16 years old, on my path, just starting out. I wanted to be that witch that everybody came to and asked questions. You know, I wanted to be the old crone that people were maybe a little nervous to ask questions, but
because you have the title witch.
Yeah. But, and here I am living out my dream.
Which are you? Are you the witch or the witch bitch?
I'm both. I'm all.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I know. You deeply want to understand who you are. There's endless questions. Who am I? Why was I born? What am I here to do? And as a result, you begin reading many self-help books or spiritual texts. No wonder you ended up here. Your intuition is heightened.
Holy shit, it's snowing where Ron's at. Isn't he in Alabama?
He's down south.
I think he's in Alabama. I think. If I remember right.
Damn. Did you manifest that, Ron?
Manifested? I bet you did.
So your intuition is heightened. Gradually you begin to learn or listen to the still small voice within. You know, we're all taught, don't listen to the voices in your head. They're bad. They're bad. Why would they be bad?
They're not bad.
No.
It's how we perceive it on a subconscious level.
Because that's what we're taught from the get-go.
From day one.
Don't listen to those bullshit. Talk to your fucking self.
Okay, Patrick.
Talk to your fucking self.
Yeah, I always said that talking to myself is the most intelligent conversation I will have all day.
Yeah.
I'll get all the answers I want, whether they're right or wrong. I'll get answered.
Right. I can't say I like listening to you, Freaky Geek, because you never talk, but I like reading you.
You know, you're all talking about snow and that, and it's weird that our winter so far has been very mild for Alaska.
Yeah.
Very mild.
So this is where you pick in, as this stage here is where you pick up, where you start listening to your inner voice and you start letting it guide you. And it'll guide you to where you need to go, where that desire, where that passion, where those answers that you're questioning are.
But they're not going to give you a straight answer.
No, because you put into place little things that
it's like remember when them boards where you had to move pieces around to make a picture?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's doing.
Right, because you have to figure out more stuff about yourself
to figure out the next move.
Yeah. You'll find if you allow it to guide your decision, eventually you'll start to uncover your hidden spiritual gifts and talents. They'll awaken. Then you'll notice more synchronicities. You start becoming conscious of many signs and omens that your life has and is bringing to you. Life becomes much more receptive and interactive with you. Serendipity and deja vu will increase, so get ready for that. And you'll may even undergo numerous mystical experiences, and they'll blow your mind. I had 2 more, and then we'll be tying it up here, guys. Or 3 more. You feel more wonder and curiosity. The smallest thing starts to bring you joy and bliss. A falling leaf, a spider's web, a child's laughter, a puddle. Life is no longer ignored. It seems magical, amazing and beautiful because it is. It's your world. You created that world that you're now loving. You know, everybody says stop and smell the roses, but we never do. Look around. Life is beautiful. Life is fucking amazing.
We have made it a disaster in our own mind.
Exactly. Exactly. You don't like your life? Change it. Easy as that.
I guess use that song by Michael Jackson.
The Man in the Mirror.
The Man in the Mirror.
I love that song.
If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at the man in the mirror.
Take a look at yourself and make that change.
It's still the same thing.
Because it irks you. It irks you. You know it's back there. That one little thing that you want to change about yourself, yeah, fucking change it. You can do it.
You know,
it's scary. That fear and everything is there. It's there to distract you.
I think that was the best song he ever did.
Right? I stop and smell my coffee too.
Well, so, the way she makes hers, everybody in the building can smell it.
You'll notice that you'll start loving let me get back to the synchronicities. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I see that all the time. I know that in my head because I made it that way. If 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you know what my password is to get into the gun? Where I got to read the barcodes and shit at work.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's EHART 1, 2, 3, 4.
But like I'll look at the clock and see that it's 12:34, and I know I'm on the right path because that's what I instilled in myself. So I see it more. Do you know what I mean? If you instill something, it could be a 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. You know what I mean? Anything that you instill for yourself, sit there and say, okay, this is going to be the number that if I start seeing this, I'm on the right path, and choose a number.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That number is drawing a path.
Right. It's letting you know, hey!
You're coming the right way. Keep coming.
Yeah. Your thoughts are right.
But when you stop seeing that number, you veered off the path.
Right. You don't see it as much. You want another magic trick? Go outside to a cloud. This is actually a druid shaman thing. You don't believe that you're magical? I'll give you the little insights that I've given my kids.
Are you talking about the
cloud cutting?
Yeah.
Go to see a cloud. Not a thick cloud. Start out with a little small cloud, right? Take your finger and draw a line and keep going back and forth. Kind of like you're using a lightsaber.
And you'll split the cloud.
And you'll split the cloud. If you truly believe you can split that cloud, you will. It's a little trick that I taught my kids to believe in what they're capable of. And it works.
Baby Bug can make flame dance.
Yes, she can. She's a fire, which is weird because she's an air sign like her mama.
But she's fire. And yeah. she can actually make a flame dance.
Yeah. She knows her candle magic.
And she's only 12.
14.
14.
I know, I'm stuck in the 12 too.
I don't know why.
She'd be like, she'd yell.
But yeah, she can hold her hand over a flame and make it dance. And it doesn't burn her or nothing. And it's just like, when you see a child do something like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where as a mom, I was like showing her candle magic because I wanted to show them the belief in themselves of what they could do and everything. And I think I taught it with Ryan too, but it's a hindsight of, should I actually be telling my kids this at that young age?
Ryan can talk to Pan.
Yeah, Ryan is very nature oriented. He can talk to the essence of trees. He can talk to animals, plants. He has that gift. We all have that gift. We all have our gift. We're creators of our own world. Yes. And the last one is you see that we are all we are all one. not only do you intellectually understand that we are all interconnected, but you feel it deeply within your bones. You know it's true. You resonate with it. You realize that our thoughts and beliefs influence reality.
And they do.
And we're all fragments of one great whole. That is spirit.
So that means
God, oneness, source.
To be created equal.
Yes.
And it's weird because sometimes you can walk up to somebody and be like, I've met you before.
Right.
Where have I met you?
Because you vibrated out of that memory. You probably have met them in the past somewhere, but vibrated out of that memory. Or I could have met them in the future. And now they vibrated back into your life.
But you know what I mean? It's like you can sit there, you hear the voice, you see the face, but you don't recognize the name. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I know I've met you.
Yeah. Having fully experienced that we are this oneness, you'll find a peace at last. Sometimes the stage can take years or even an entire lifetime, but it's there. You will find that. That's why you see like there's a whole mess of us opening up and really looking at life. Okay? And we'll get into this later, but I'll actually explain how it goes because there's different dimensions. We all have a council of 11. There's 12 dimensions. We all have a council of 11. What's that? We all have one of us, maybe in different form.
But we are not at the highest.
Right. But we all have a piece of us in other realms, in other dimensions. It's very wild. It's going to blow your mind.
I can't wait to go over that one.
Right? So, that's today's...
Absolutely, Heather. Absolutely. It just...
Yeah, exactly.
It just comes to you like, I know you. I know it. Well, look at the guy in the bar. Remember 3 years ago? That guy that shook my hand.
Yes. How many times have he said that?
What did he call me? Tim?
Yeah. No, I don't know if it was Tim.
Whatever it was. But he called me by a different name. He shook my hand. And he says, good seeing you again. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, number one, my name's Eddie. He says, are you sure? Okay, now that really confused me because it's been my life my whole life.
Are you sure?
And he's like, well, I met you here in Valdez like 5 years ago. And I said, there's no way possible because I just moved here 2 years ago. And he's looking at me like, are you, he says, I know you. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, you don't. That guy, remember him? Mm-hmm. But he was so adamant that he knew who I was.
Right. Yeah, he was like totally.
I thought we were going to get into an argument about it. I was ready to pull my wallet out to show him my fucking New York ID.
I remember that. But Andy, that's, if it is, it's a very good trip and I'm in my now. So I really don't care. Not that I don't care. I shouldn't say it that way. This is my now.
It doesn't bother you.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. And I love you for your beliefs and the road that you're going down. Do you know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good. It could be an acid trip. It could be.
It's maybe good.
No, it's good. No, I didn't do it right.
No.
It's good. It's all good. It won't click. I haven't had enough Pepsi in me. No.
Are you out of Pepsi?
No.
But I meant in the fridge.
Yes.
Nice message you sent me, man.
I know, wasn't it? But you know what I mean? You could argue it. That's okay. That's the beauty of this, though. We can talk about it. Welcome back, Patrick. We can talk about it, right? I'm not here to convince you guys. I'm not here to convince you at all. I'm just letting you know that this is mine now. This is the way I am. It's intended, actually, the way I've always been, but I've never shared your personal or my personal beliefs with you.
I'm afraid to ask.
Well, some of them. You guys know me.
Jim says, guess what I have?
I'm scared, Jim.
I know.
Do you have Pepsi?
Oh no. Oh, Heather said that. And Jim's going to probably say, I got Pepsi. Yes, Heather, yep.
I have Pepsi too.
Wow, Nicole.
Oh, damn, Nicole. Can it be cleared with antibiotics?
Andy, you should have been a little faster with that question.
But, like I said, I'm not here to preach to you guys. I'm not here to convince you. It's just, I'm putting this out there for anybody to know that they're not alone in going through all this shit. Because it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of fuckity fuck. Like I said in the beginning. I've been going through a lot of fuckity fuck. And let me tell you.
And there's a lot of funny fuck going on.
Yeah. What he said.
I don't even know what fuck I just said.
I believe that.
Fuckity fuck.
Fuckity fuck. You guys are nuts.
Pepsi and Pringles. Yeah, I drink Mountain Dew, and I'll eat the sour cream and chive Pringles. It's got a pretty different taste to it. Shut up, Scott. Honey, make me a mod so I can fucking mute him.
You are a mod.
No, I'm not.
Type.
Is that like Bogan?
Yeah, well, I know that turkey, man. I'm telling you. Heather's drinking a Coke. That's it. You're banned, Heather.
No, I'm fucking that. That's it. Now I got to get rid of her. No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
Mm-hmm. See how much he loves me?
Why won't it? Oh, because I'm not in YouTube.
Oh, maybe it just kicked over because Freaky Geek said nope, no wrench for, and it came up orange, just chaos.
Well, yeah, it's gonna come up.
No, it shouldn't unless I'm moderated.
No, I'm in Yahoo. Why can't I?
Nope, I don't have a wrench.
All right, hold on a minute. Well, actually, a lot of people don't have wrenches because
you just started your channel.
I just started the channel.
I should have been a wrench from the word go. Oh, thank you, Freaky Geek. I appreciate that, man. See, now that's a man looking out.
Why? What happened?
Because he says I talked about my name being in orange. He says that's because I used the full name. It's only highlighted for you, Eddie.
I think I got everybody.
Heather said you would miss me if you banned me.
I would.
No, Andy, my nuts didn't come loose. I actually lost them, motherfuckers.
Well, I got everybody that should be.
Somebody just followed or something.
What did I miss?
I don't know. The Rock was up there doing something.
Oh, Nicole did The Rock. That's why. It didn't do the sound though, for some reason.
It did on mine.
Oh, you heard it?
That's how I knew.
Oh, okay. yeah, Eddie. Why do you need a wrench? Your nuts come loose?
I just said, no, they didn't come loose. I lost them.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Andy, of course. That's the ones I'm talking about, too.
Okay, guys, if you're not over on DLive, go ahead and go over to DLive because I am going to open the chest.
There it is. Now I got my wrench.
Are you feel better now?
Nope, still feel sore.
I thank you guys. I appreciate you, each and every one of you guys. You guys are so awesome.
Ha, Heather tried to fart one. Didn't work, did it?
I just want you guys to know that you guys are loved. No matter what's going on in your life, you are loved.
She loves you more than I do, but I still love you guys.
You are supposed to be who you are supposed to be. Don't ever change for anybody. Okay? Don't ever doubt yourself. You guys are
Love. Period.
Yeah. You're beautiful. Each and every way. It'd be boring. Why do you think that God or source or whatever you want to call it manifested out into the world? Thought. Because it's boring. I felt it when I astral traveled. I felt it when I had my near-death experience. All I felt was love. Okay? All I felt was love. When you feel like, think about it. If you could manifest a plate of food right now, anytime you were hungry, right? Or anything you wanted, after a while, that, as much as we would love that, after a while of having everything you ever needed, wanted, desired at your side at all times, would be boring.
Yep.
It would be boring. That's why we're having a human experience. Oh, I love you too, Scott.
I've seen it. He don't bother me. I will not let that manifestate anger inside of me.
Okay. But like I said, I'm not here to preach to you guys. I'm just here expressing what I want to do, what I love to do. And if I can help one person out there, I am fucking ecstatic. But I thank you guys, even if you don't believe in what I'm fucking saying, you think it's a lot of hogwash, thank you for sticking by my side.
Actually,
it really
the funny part
fucking
is,
means a lot. Well, honey?
The funny part is,
Mm-hmm.
I think they actually believe it.
You know what?
It's not they.
I almost
telling
want to
a
say, I
story.
hope I'm explaining it right, but I know you know what I mean? Like when I talk about paranormal cryptid and alien stuff, it's like I sit there and I have a thought and I'm like, I hope I explained it right. But it's almost like I know I explained it right. I'm not doubting myself.
That's not what I'm saying.
Right. No, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Do you?
I do.
The old lady. I did not say old. The other day. Old. O-L-E. Not D.
Oh, I hear him. I hear him all the time. He calls me old all the time.
I do not call you old.
No, actually, it's the other way around. I'm like, because
she calls me fucking old.
I do. He'd be like, oh, my knee hurts. I said, because you're old. But I am living my best life I can. And I just want you guys to know that you're loved. That you guys, and you don't need me to tell you, you need to believe it yourselves. I want you guys to believe in yourselves. I do.
Oh.
Thanks, guys. You made him fart.
I didn't need the microphone to pick that up.
Thanks, Nicole. You made him fart. Really. I really feel the love now.
I did it on command.
All right, I'm opening up the chest now.
Hey. Oh, God, it stinks.
I press that. Make sure you press the chest. I'm going to press the chest, my chest.
I can't even say what I'm fucking my clothes in. Lots of love, hugs.
God.
Look at that, some water.
5 seconds, guys. Press the chest. Get your lemons.
Lots of loves, hugs, fist bumps.
Nice. Nicole got 77.5. Patrick got 44.9. Heather got 32.7. Jim got 26.2. And Freaky Geek got 22.1. Did you guys, anybody else get any that I did not know of? That
There's that what?
Yeah.
What was that? Whew. Well, that fart got to you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
She got intoxicated. Freaky Geek says nope. 1.
Oh, 22.1.
Oh.
Instead of 22.2. Oh, thank you for the lemons, Heather. I thank you so much. You guys are amazing. You really are.
I look like I'm wearing a fucking toupee. Scott, see how you wear a fucking wig?
You guys are awesome. Thank you, Freaky Geek, for the ice cream. All right, guys, I hope you like that. I really do. You guys mean the world to me, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to start tarot. The understanding of it. Thank you, Nicole, for the lemon. The lemons. We'll talk about tarot and the understanding of it tomorrow. Tuesdays, like I said, is going to flip-flop. One day is going to be the lesson about tarot, and then the next will be the readings. And then Wednesday, we got the principles of magic and what is magic and how does it work and the theories of magic. Then, what's the next day? Thursday, we got the intro to moon phases of manifestation, and then we would start Friday, law of attraction and understanding it and what is it. Thank you, Scott. Well, we can do that too. We can try to figure that out, what the overstanding is.
I thought you were talking about scrubbing my ass, the ending of the Scott's son.
Oh, no. No, I'm getting nowhere near that shit. Andy, that's so funny. No YouTube comments on the main screen? What do you mean?
I'm seeing everybody commenting.
I didn't click out of it by
accident. Are they talking? Oh, it's on OBS. None coming up on OBS.
Oh, nothing's coming up.
Unless you're restreaming. There's nothing.
YouTube crapped out. It's YouTube's fault, Andy, not mine.
I got what he means now when he said there's nothing on chat.
Yeah. That's right.
Scott, you don't worry about if she touches my shit.
You guys are something else. But with that being said, I love you guys.
Bullshit. She wants to have a cigarette. No, she does love you. She really does.
Do you see?
She was so excited last night.
I am. I'm excited to be back.
She, like I said, she messaged me an hour and a half after I went to work, and she's like, I can't sleep. I can't wait to go do this. I'm getting so excited. And I fought like hell to get a truck done in 4 hours. I showed up a couple of minutes late.
I love you guys. Be safe. Take care. Remember, make sure you find something that makes you smile with your eyes. Because I sure the hell am smiling with my eyes.
You are now.
I very well am. Definitely. Great to see you guys as well. Thank you guys for the welcome backs. You guys are awesome. I've missed you tremendously.
And she has, and that's no lie.
But I had to go through my journey to bring you this journey.
You're right, Patrick. I wasn't late, like I always say.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
I show up,
yell at him,
I'm
Patrick.
on time.
Go ahead, I'll wait. Yell at him.
He ain't gonna yell at me.
Anybody can yell at him. I don't care. Go ahead. All right, guys. Do you want to say your
I already did.
Oh, I didn't know you did.
I did it before you were talking about opening the chest.
Oh.
A lot of love, a lot of hugs, fist bumps. Stay
Okay.
strong.
All right, guys. Until tomorrow.